So it begins again. Where did we leave off? I don't even remember.
I was on my way to. I
Yeah, you were
harvested
harvesting
some
the crops,
plants.
but we didn't actually fully in-depth that. So, first, where did you go? I'm trying to figure out. Oh, there you are, so.
Yes, debris logs, have them.
Yeah, but how long? Let's see. So, yep, that will take time. So now I have to roll time.
1 hour, hopefully.
So, it'll take about, let's see, is that...
There's a lot of food here.
But is that minutes, or... That's in minutes. It'll take about half an hour. You have to harvest all the crops, so...
Yeah, there's a lot of variety here.
I'm not even counting the days anymore. It's just been too many days. Or, I mean, I guess I should, but, you know, part of me says, yeah, it's been too many days. Okay, well, I don't know. Let's... What did I usually write that? I think that's time frame. Nope. Oh, it's been 2 weeks, so now it's been a little bit longer than that, right? It's been at least 10 more days. At least if I remember correctly. Any objections?
More like 8 days.
Okay, so about 3 weeks, 1 day. So it's almost been a month since we threw this game time frame. You started at... When did you start that tranquility? It's like you started it in the morning, the midday, if I remember
I think
correctly.
it's in the morning.
Morning, and then you went on for 8 hours, so it went almost to night. So it's approaching nighttime.
Yeah,
It's
morning
dusk
to
right
night.
now. Okay, so dusk. You spent half an hour collecting crops. Let's see. It is double that of the rations, so... What is that? From such a small patch,
It's highly dense.
which is, I wouldn't say highly dense, they're just fortifying crops. Like, you get a large yield, so that's 81, that's 82. Do you even have enough weight to carry all those rations? I have to double check that, because that's
I mean,
important.
it's probably
So.
a medium load, but yeah.
So rations, so if we were to, so that would give you at 83. You would be immobilized. No, there's too many rations for you to, oh wait, no, that's the wrong one. I accidentally did,
Wait.
yeah, I did weight instead of, I think it'd still be too many, because yeah, you already have 9 in there, so.
Well, just put them in and see the math.
Yeah. So you'd be encumbered, so you'd have some time struggling getting there.
Yeah, but I'll get there eventually. Just take my time. Make sure I don't drop anything.
Are you carrying this in a pack or something?
Probably, yeah.
Alright, so you spent, I don't know how long will it take you to get there. 20 minutes, just to haul all that stuff to and from. So it takes, the whole process takes about an hour for you to get all that there.
Okay.
So you have the first delivery, you show up. What's Brelog? Brelog's like, he's curious. Where are you going over there?
What?
I said, why were you going over there?
Or where?
Over to where Heartflame was? Or were you just moving yourself?
I was moving. I was trying to, look, but I was just trying to move it quickly.
Okay. It was already there, so.
Oh, was it?
Well, it was. I don't know. Your connection is a little bit different from mine, so you might not see it immediately.
Well, it's there now.
So anyway. So you show up to Brelog. Brelog's questioning is like, where are you getting this from? You know, I know you're a druid and all, but you know, this stuff doesn't just appear out of nowhere.
I created my own little farm.
Oh, it's like, oh, was that what that ray of sunlight was?
Yep. It was the sun shining down upon me, approving.
It's like, I have my doubts about that, but we'll go with that explanation.
Have you ever heard of Soul?
Brilag is not the most religious man, nor does he believe in any religion. Like, he's heard of them, and he's heard about many things, but he doesn't believe them. He doesn't believe in any of the divines that Marky worships. He doesn't believe that, you know, Thorin is worshipping anything or anything. Like, he's not a religious man. He may have heard of it, but he doesn't believe in it. So he has heard of Soul, but it's one of those, you know, he hasn't met any followers of Soul.
Except till now.
And he, you know, he's read up in Soul, which is Soul doesn't show. Soul shows approval. It doesn't really say approval. So what's that down to? You know, you could get his approval from anywhere if you're looking. It's like, and then he just picks up a cup and drops it, and then it doesn't break, and it's like, look, I got Soul's approval. Like, he's just being cocky now.
The way he shows approval is through the sun.
It's like, not always. It's like, and that's exactly the point. Is, you know, that's one way of looking at it. That's it, the sun is the only way, but still, it's.
Oh, I don't want to argue about this. It's meaningless.
It's like, well, whatever. So long as, you know, food's food, doesn't really matter.
Yep. It's probably good.
What exactly were you expecting from this, though? Like, were you expecting a reward or something?
No.
No?
I'm expecting.
Oh, that's good, because I'm not going to give you one anyway.
I know, but I just require you give me my fair share of food at least.
Okay. Well, then just don't take your... Just keep your rations, then. Keep the rations you're going to keep, then. So, you could make...
Okay,
you
fine.
made 82 plus the 9, and you're just giving up... How many of the 82 are you giving up?
It'd be
I
so
guess.
predictable.
75.
Okay, so... That would leave you... I'll leave you 7, so add 7 to yourself and the rest goes to the town. I'm just also trying to keep track of how much food these guys are intaking. So that adds an extra, so... I'm going to add a storage section. $75. Well, there's 75 rations plus the 11 rations that Thorin just got, so... That's 86 in total.
My rations are better.
No one's rations are better. They're all rations, all food.
I know.
Nothing's better than anybody else.
I know, but I have more.
Anyway. Alright, so... You guys seem enthusiastic today.
I'm a little tired. But, yeah.
Deadly, are you even alive? And Sal, are you also alive?
Yes.
Okay, so you're alive.
I
Niltaor, are you alive?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. You guys are freaking me out. I always think that you're not even here.
Silence.
Yeah. Well, at this rate, it's really difficult because it's fluctuating. Sometimes we get our maximum crew, sometimes we don't. I have to double check and see, you know, I might have to recruit one more for Sunday. Just to have enough in case, so other people, because this is going to be a thing for at least a month. Like, you know, a good majority of the crew's not going to be here. Seems everybody likes the Saturday more. So now what? I mean, just you did that. Now what?
Well, is there a baker in this town by any chance?
No, not really.
Damn
And
it.
I can't do it either. Baking is not my thing, nor is oven technology really at its highest here. Like, our basics is stovetop. Not really.
Should I attempt to become a cook? since I can grow all this food.
That's up to you.
I
Just
guess I
remember,
will.
you can only have 2 tool sets.
So, carpenter and baker.
Okay. Are you just you're already an herbalist?
Oh, I am?
Yeah.
Alright.
How else are you getting those herbs?
Right.
Okay, so you can only choose one more. And you have to get the tools to do so, also.
I guess someone else is gonna be the carpenter.
I'm gonna be tailor and
The civilians are doing basic carpentry, but they don't have, like, actual skilled carpentry. What was the time frame? They would get the shelter done in 6 days, so by tomorrow that'll be 5 days. So shelter's already being developed.
I guess. Here, pass it over to Say or Niltaor and let me think.
Okay, so who's next in line? Say. You guys are still outside. Besides whatever. Okay, so what was your original plan? Like,
Drunk ever mine.
Say, like, what's Say's original plan?
Plan?
If you had a plan, or besides just standing outside in the dusk.
Well, she's kind of blind drunk at the moment.
Oh yeah. Remember
That's
that.
what I
So
said.
well, besides that, I mean, what can you do, blind drunk? Can you
some
even
things
stand?
else.
It's Constitution. Are you even awake? That's another Constitution. Standing and it's both 15, so you have to roll above 15 for. So nope and nope. So you're not awake and you're not standing, so you're just lying on the ground, I guess.
You fail to wake, but you are standing. That'd be funny.
Sleep standing.
Hey, I seen it.
So Heartflame's trying to move you, but you're actually trying not to be moved. I don't know, for whatever reason. And she's like tapping it, it's like, come on, you don't want to sleep outside.
I love the silliness of this situation.
Okay. Okay, so she's gonna try a strength save. Which I did not set. I need to set her up again. Damn it. I didn't put the zeros into her saves. There. Let's try that again. So yeah, save of 8, and she's pretty tough. She's pretty strong. So, like, she just picks you up on her shoulder.
That and I'm really light.
So and she's a half dragon. So so she picks you up. Rang is kind of flapping as he usually does without flying because he can't fly. Like, you know, you're just thrown over his shoulder like saddlebag, and he's like perched on your shoulder. So yeah, strange scene. Let me just eyesight and see. So you're being taken inside. No one really cares because most of the people are just trying to recoup from the horror of what just happened. That's who's in the pub right now. So Heartflame doesn't bother talking with anybody. She just kicks down the door of your room and then closes it and then just deposits you on the bed, and that's it. Are you still having your madness dreams? No.
No.
Apparently the alcohol is having a weird effect on your brain. Let's see, so you do not get to choose, I get to choose. So your dreams are a little bit too happy for your liking. What do you consider happy?
The good old days.
Like?
Back with her mother and stuff.
Okay, so you're definitely having thoughts of home. Thoughts of, you know, what you considered home, which is with your mother. A simpler life, not running before the dark arts, before your patron, and before everything. Of course, Rang is just gonna let that down. He's gonna speak through your mind. It's like, your happiness is a delusion. Such a time cannot happen again, not while serving my master.
Well, that's a nice thing to say.
It's like, I only speak in eventualities. I do not speak in harshness.
So I'm forced into a pact with someone, so I will never be happy again.
So you have chosen to read the book. It was your choice to forsake your happiness.
It was a bit of a false choice, wasn't it?
It's like, yes. You did not heed the warnings of those who kept the book when you stole it.
Well, I wasn't told the warnings, I was just told that it was,
And
bad.
so, like, curious. It's like, are you certain you stole the book and they did simply not give it to you? In a very roundabout way.
That would be just stupid.
That's like... Or it would be an ingenious plan to have a willing vessel take something of theirs and use it. The only reason they would ever part with such a book is they needed someone to read it, and none of them had the courage to do so. Since you were so willing, they decided to let you have it. Under the guise that you stole it.
And then... what? They
They would allow you to grow and simply reclaim you when the time was right.
That's still an exceedingly stupid plan.
It's like, sometimes the stupidest plans are the ones that work.
That's... what?
It's like, and so like, you hear him do a cawing sound. Rah! Just randomly, just makes a cawing sound. You don't even know why he did it. It's like, my apologies. My raven side is starting to surface more often. I think it is this dimension.
Huh, that's...
Have you tried
Peculiar.
turning off and on?
Have you tried turning your ravenness off and on again?
It's like, extra dimensional forms do not work in such a way.
It'd be stupid if it did.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's like, yes. Although I take it your sorry is not genuine.
Somewhat.
Well, being slowly turned mentally into a bird would be a bad thing for anyone, even if they
It will
are
never
evil.
take complete control. I will simply have strange tendencies.
God.
Well, we all have strange tendencies every once in a while.
So it's, do you remember what I told you before about Heartflame?
What, to keep her close?
It's like, it is good that you remember.
Why are you repeating it?
That's like, because it is necessary. In case you forget.
Well, you still haven't told me why.
It's like, you need not know why. You will know why when the time comes.
You know, you're not very good at giving people, sense of satisfaction or learning.
I give you what you need, not what you want.
Well, what if I end up needing to know why?
It's like, you do not need to know why.
Why do I not need to know why?
It's like, because the time is not right yet.
Will the time ever be right?
So, yes.
Where you
Sigh.
tell me, where you tell me before I figure it out.
Yeah, it's or before it happens. Yeah, Rang is not a person that gives you like only if it's going to be something you need to know. He's very much into keeping secrets. So he knows something, but he's not going to tell you because the time is not right yet. So it's do explain why you imbibe so much alcoholic beverage and put yourself into a coma. It's like he's trying to find the word.
Well, I kind of just realized how fucked up my life is.
It's like your life is not as distraught as you may believe.
Okay, so let's see if I go into my past. I was taken away from my family and then forced into patronship.
Yeah, it's like
if I
your
look at my
past is
current-
your past is your past. What you must focus on is what will happen.
If I look at the current times, my mother's crazy. I'm fighting a fucking war.
It's
If I
like-
look into the future, I'm going to, when I die, be eaten by this great old one.
It's like so like you're saying for the present, your mother is not crazy. She is actually very sane. She just lives in squalor.
Why is everyone saying she's fucking crazy?
Because the eyes of others can sometimes be misled. To them, she seems insane. To someone like us, she is not insane.
Well, frankly, I consider myself insane, so...
And that is exactly why she is not insane to us. As for the future has not yet happened, and those things have not come to pass. You worry about things that may or may not happen.
No, I'm drinking so I don't worry.
If you must drink to not worry, then there is something deeply wrong with you.
Yeah, and you, Ring.
This is Rang. You know, Rang is very matter of fact. He's like, it sounds like he's reading off of a script. He's just telling you what you want to hear, or telling you what you don't want to hear.
No, this is the sort of stuff that I want to hear, but I don't believe it.
Okay, so it's like we both know that you will still continue to do this course of action. So counseling you has no effect.
I'll only do it every once in a while.
It's like, and what of Heartflame? Does she mean nothing to you?
What do you mean by that?
Said you said your life currently is so distraught, yet Heartflame has decided to stay with you. Does she mean nothing to you?
No, she means something. She's like the one good thing at the moment.
It's like, then your life is not as bad as you perceive, now is it?
No, it's pretty much exactly as bad as I perceive.
So it's like, because he's, he's not used to someone actually being distraught. He doesn't have, like, human emotions. He's an extra-dimensional bird. What does he know about emotions, besides the matter of fact? Is he actually curious about them? He's not even curious about emotions. He doesn't care about them. It's because he doesn't care, period. So, I mean, so you're still in that, like, you're doing all this talking in your dream. What exactly are you doing? You're in the times before, which is you're with your mother. You're sharing the simplicity of a house. Not really, like, not a place that's a palace, but something that's relatively normal and comfortable. Going to school. What were you going to school for, anyway?
It was just like generic schooling
Yeah,
before
so-
you choose something.
So the general education, did you actually have a path in mind?
Well, she wanted to be some form of musician, even though that wasn't an option.
There was an option in the cities. You could be a musician, but it was just taxing. Your mother, let's see. So it came down to the father didn't approve, because the father wasn't a huge musician. He didn't see it as a relevant thing in the city. For him it was, well, I mean, your father was also a count, so he was all about business and entrepreneurship. He wanted you to be something like a diplomat, something that would, really it was for him. He wanted it for him. So you were just another extension to extend his influence. Of course, then he died, so... As for your mother, she approved of your idea. So, be a musician. I'll support you as best I can. But then you stole the book, and then you became what you were, and then all that other things happened.
Well, I was kidnapped, and then I stole the book.
Yeah. Wonder were you? I'm trying now. I have to go back and read that again. It's like, were you kidnapped?
Yeah, in the original story,
Oh, because you were delinquent at school. That's how you got kidnapped. So, okay.
I was just a normal kid till I gained the powers of we.
I don't see any part in there where you got kidnapped.
Well, it was in what I wrote.
Hey,
I think I might have taken that out on accident. So, okay, so this kidnapping, when does it actually happen?
So because she was not very good in school, she was taken by the clergy.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, taken as a...
correctional program.
Her delinquency lead to time at the clergy as a captive because, she was on the street playing music with her friends, and then, they just took her from off the street. So, but, as soon as you had the means, you stole something from them. But now Rang is saying the opposite, which is, they knew what they were taking. They knew that you had the potential, and they knew that you would steal this book and use it. And so they're going to try and reclaim you in the future. Because maybe they weren't clerics. Maybe that was just in your mind that they were clerics. For all you know, they could have been warlocks. They look relatively the same, and they have to keep up appearances.
So a bunch of random warlocks pretending to be clerics.
Kidnapped you. But they knew who they were kidnapping. They knew that you had dark potential. They didn't know who you were, but they knew you had the potential to become something that they needed. Or something that they could use. And plus, how much do you, at the time, how much did you know about kidnapping? You were barely, you were old enough, but it's like, how much did you keep up with what was going on in the city?
Yeah, she wasn't really the type for politics.
Yep, so it's like, for you, it sounded like, this is just a standard kidnapping, but it's not really. This was a very specific thing. So, Rang is, he's gonna drop a bomb on you, because he's Rang. It's like, those who took you were cultists. Cultists of my master. They were too cowardly in order to read the book themselves. Plus, none of them, those who have read it, simply went mad from the words.
So, basically you guys set me up.
No, they set you up. It was not our intention to have it this way, but such is the way of things. It's like, if you wish, I can remove all knowledge from your mind, and simply, you can live. But you will not be able to call upon your powers, as you can now. I will be gone, of course.
Well, if you remove the knowledge, then I'll be completely useless.
It's like, potentially, yes.
I think I'll find my own way out of this deal.
I'm just like, So in his head, it's like, there is no deal yet. Nothing has been written, and nothing has been spoken to say that there was a deal to begin with.
Oh, fun.
It's like, to put it simply, you draw upon the powers without him actually knowing that you exist. Nor will he know of your existence until you reach your potential.
Huh.
Like, many have gone mad once reaching this point. Many have tried, very many, the same many have failed.
She's just pondering to herself now.
It's like, but the conversation's over. We must continue our adventures. The time to wake has come.
Never let me have a good
So,
dream.
like, as soon as you're saying that, he's like calling,
Crow noises.
So it's, and then, do Constitution. So,
Rip.
yeah, that's gone. So he's doing that, and you're slowly starting to wake up. But like, you can definitely tell that it's in your dream, and then as you wake more into reality, you realize he's doing it in the world as well. So he's cawing. So it's just a random raven just cawing.
Do I hear it outside the door?
I don't know. It's perception.
Okay.
Oh, you're just gonna barge in on them again? You know, Heartflame nearly burnt you to a crisp last time.
No, I'm just like, do I hear a crow cawing?
That's perception.
Or raven.
Perception above 15.
Damn it.
Nope. So it's a muffled sound. There's a bunch of wood and things between you and the noise. It's not loud enough for the rest of the barkeeps to handle or to hear. So say Rang is cawing at you because you're not awake, and he's going to continue cawing until you wake up.
Say's just like waving her arm in the general direction of the sound.
Yeah, but you're waving. He's on your shoulder, so you're like you're waving in an area, but he's not actually there. He's like on your shoulder doing it.
I'm like using the arm that he's on the shoulder of.
Yeah, so
He's like being moved around a bunch.
So other things he's doing, he's like poking you with his beak. He's a raven. So you get this second Constitution save, because now it's So he's gonna keep pestering you. Yeah. So that time you can open your eyes and wake up. Like Heartflame, even Heartflame tries to slap the bird, but in the process she just kind of taps you. It's like ugh.
When I wake up, I just like grab, you know how you grab birds like around their body, around their wings and stuff?
Okay, that would be Dex. You're trying to grab the bird.
The ethereal bird.
So yeah, remember he can't fly, so it's kind of hard for him to escape. So like as soon as you touch him, he just stops cawing and he's just looking at you with his weird 5 eyes. And then just like tilting his head because you know you're holding him and it's like
You know, you're
just
making a ruckus.
So
No, you just look at him. Stop.
yeah, it's like that is the intent. They say the best way to wake someone up is to cause a commotion.
Just like put him on the what's it called, the thing above the bed?
Mantle.
Yeah,
That's,
I just put him on the mantle.
So he doesn't stay there for long. As soon as he's on there, he just kind of hops down and back onto your shoulder.
Fucking like a parrot, man. Should have made him a
So
parrot.
he doesn't understand. He just like it's just his way of doing things. He doesn't understand if that's from another bird or not.
You should ask Grang if he ever heard of a parrot.
You're surprised he's not like. But one of the things you notice is that you're not getting scarred by him clawing you because he's not really clawing that hard. Plus, you know, he's kind of ethereal. He's just not exactly, or he's kind of extra dimensional. He doesn't exactly. He's not really there. It's like kind of fully there.
I guess I get up.
Hey,
Wait,
Niltaor, what were you doing during all that time?
Just preparing all the felt and all the hides
So-
I got from the
What were you doing?
like carrying all the felts and hides I got from the hunt. So, like in the preparation. I don't have to do everything at the same time.
Okay. I heard a
But,
weird
I
sound in
guess I'm-
between all that. Did anybody else hear that?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.